In my most recent YouTube video, I demonstrated an exercise called the Chaplain wrist raise. And it's basically the upper body version of the heel raise or calf raise. And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna set up with a yoga block, we're gonna lift the heel away from the yoga block, and it's gonna primarily work the muscles on this side of the forearm. Now, we're gonna talk about how you can exactly do this, but first, let's highlight a common piece of feedback that we've gotten since releasing the video. Now, this piece of feedback is also what I've experienced as well, and it's that this movement, doing this, just adding this alone, not changing anything else, has improved the bench press performance and or comfort relative to what it was before. So the question is, what is it about the Chaplain wrist raise that ends up improving performance and or comfort in the bench press? Well, to answer this question, we need to review what the Chaplain wrist raise is, exactly how to do it, what motion it restores, and then why this motion being limited can hold your bench press back, and how fixing it can help to push it forward. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so first of all, just to review the exercise, we have the yoga block here on the wall so that the hands don't have to be in extension, okay? Because the muscles that go all the way to the fingers will end up oftentimes limiting the wrist range of motion and the comfort during this exercise. So in order to take those out, we have the yoga block. Now we're gonna put the base of the fingers here on the top of the yoga block, and then from here, we're lifting the heel of the hand away, okay? Now there's one more crucial detail that is going to, as one person put it, turn up the spice level in terms of working these muscles on this side of the forearm. And that is to take the upper arm and to turn it out into external rotation. Now, as we do this, we need to make sure we don't lose contact in the base of the index finger. And this combination, turning the upper arm out while still having the base of the index finger down, is going to ensure that the forearm stays in end range pronation. And that is going to kick up the amount that all these muscles on the forearm are gonna work during the exercise, and it's gonna improve our ability to maintain that end range pronation position, and if it's limited, to be able to restore it. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, now we have to ask the question of how do we know if we're limited in pronation, and why does the limitation in pronation affect the bench press? Well, we can answer that by looking at the way that we would assess pronation, and then we'll go to the bench press and you'll see how this all connects. So if we look at my buddy Mr. Phibbs here, if I want to be able to get into a pronated position here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the palm down towards the ground, and what is really happening here is that this bone here, the radius, is going over the ulna. So this motion of pronation, even though it looks like the hand is moving, is really more of a forearm motion. And so what you'll often see is sometimes if you're limited in pronation, you'll start to do the movement here with the elbow at the side, and sometimes the hand will come down, but the actual inner bone here, that radius that had to go over, it will still be up a little bit. So imagine if this is where that radius is, but then the hand is diving in. It can look like you're pronating, but you really don't have access to it here at the actual forearm. And now similarly, and this is probably the most common one, is that if you're doing this test and you're trying to get into pronation, but you can't, then you're still trying to get this inside part of your hand to get to the ground. So what's another way to do that? Well, another way to do that is by flaring the elbow out to the side. And if you're somebody who's done a lot of bench pressing, this is probably now starting to make sense. When the elbow flares out to the side, why exactly might that be a problem? Well, for a lot of people, this can end up being the exact reason why you can't get good force into the bar. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so to bench press, or to really do any upper body movement with the barbell, we need good solid contact between the barbell and both sides of the hand. So in order to get contact with that inside part of the hand, as well as that outside part of the hand, we need to be able to turn the forearm into this pronated position. Now, if we can't do that, that's where we're gonna tend to flare. So imagine I'm doing a bench press here, and I can't get the inside part of the hand down because I don't have access to forearm pronation. Then what am I gonna do? Well, I'm still gonna try to get that inside part of the hand down somehow,
and I can do it by flaring. But if I flare so much that my elbows get on this side of the bar, then I really only have a couple of options, right? I could try to maybe arch up the whole system higher to reduce those demands, or I'm just gonna start to lose the bar this way, which is where we're gonna have a missed lift. So what I want to be able to do instead is I wanna be able to get my forearms to actually be what get the inside part of that hand down, and then I wanna be able to keep my elbows in a position where they're directly under the bar instead of getting flared out and potentially having the bar on the wrong side of the hands.
All right, so that does it for this video. The big picture is that if your elbows are flaring too much in a bench press, it might be that you're lacking motion at the forearm. You can improve that and your bench press by doing an exercise like the Chaplin wrist raise. Now, if you like this, make sure you subscribe because we're gonna be talking about other applications of forearm movement, wrist and hand movement as well, not only to the bench press, but also to closed chain movements like push-ups, pull-ups, and chin-ups. And we're gonna be looking at restoring other motions at the forearm, such as supination. So again, make sure you're subscribed, like this video, leave me any comments below, and until next time, peace.